totally just got so confused because right now it's nearly gone 3 o'clock and I was like getting my lunch ready, turning on the oven, and I thought it was about 1 and it was like 2:45 and I went, oh, there goes my whole day. Hi guys, my name is Kirsty and welcome to Upside Down Books. Today I'm giving you a belated January TBR. Hashtag punctual. I did make my TBR over on my blog, but it appears that I'm incapable of being timely with my blog and my YouTube channel, so here we are, over a week into January, and I'm finally telling you what I'm planning on reading. I did make a TBR, I guess I've been a little slack because I didn't make one for December because stuff, you know, and anyway, excuses. Point is, I have a ridiculous TBR for this month, and am I on track? No, I'm not. I'm not at all. This week has been weird because I thought I would have more time for reading than I did. This coming week, like starting from like the last few days, I have more time and I feel like my whole schedule is gone, so I will get some reading done. But I have about, I don't know, over 14 books to try and get to this month, so that's not gonna happen, but I can't make small TBRs. I can't do it. I have a lot of goals to try and aim for this year, and I'm really excited to be making monthly TBRs and aiming to try and achieve those goals, and it's super exciting. So January is the first month of the year, and so it's always so exciting to like start your year off well, or try to anyway. So I've tried to plan my TBR accordingly to start ticking off annual goals. Obviously Obviously it will be inclusive of my readathon TBR as well, plus a few other tidbits. This isn't including the fact that I will probably receive some ARCs or other books in the mail from publishing companies, but I probably won't get to them. I'm trying to catch up on some because I'm a little bit behind. So I say we just jump straight into this one. I am currently reading and in the middle of about 4 books that I am including on this TBR. If you look on my Goodreads, previously there are books like Dragon Champion and Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in Italian that I don't usually include on my TBRs or let you know that I'm reading, and that's usually because I haven't touched them, and I would love to touch my Italian Harry Potter, but I need to start small with my goals and do some of these things first that we're about to look at before I start adding more things on. Long story short, this month I've actually got quite a few of my currently reading books that I'm going to be talking about. So I am very nearly done. I have about maybe a third of the book left to go with Invictus by Ryan Groudon, which I am loving so much. Oh my good God. I have been struggling to find time to sit down and read, but when I'm reading this, I am flying through it. This is an historical fiction book, an alternate historical fiction, as Groudon is fantastic for writing, and it is about time travelers who plunder history and bring things back, usually that were lost or completely destroyed in some sort of an accident, so the Titanic or the fire of Alexandria, the Great Library, and all those sort of things. So this has been really enjoyable, and I'm hoping like today I can finish this one off and have it as a tick to be done. I did also plan before the readathon starts to get done The Girl Who Drank the Moon, which was an ARC for me, or got sent to me. I have about a quarter of the book left to read, but I'm really struggling with this one. I don't want to put it down. I know that my goals for this year were to put down any books I'm not enjoying, but because I've already got so far through it and been pretty okay, I would like to get to the end of it and see how it resolves and get a review done for it. But yeah, this one has just been a little bit too young for me, but during this month my aim is definitely to get this one done. I feel like there was one other book that I'm currently reading, but I actually can't remember what it is. Nonetheless, moving on. The next book that was then scheduled on my TBR was Stitching Snow by R.C. Lewis. This was and is the December to January book club pick of the month for my book club, The Squabbling Dragons, which I run with my friend Casey over at Adopt Book Oz, which you can go check out. This is a retelling of Snow White, and the character who is representing Snow White runs away from her family, and she helps fix 7 drones who work on the local mines until a pilot slash boy comes and finds her and she gets dragged into a war that she's been trying to escape. So this sounds really good and I cannot wait to dive into it. And the final book that I was anticipating getting to before the readathon, look how well I'm doing, was Wolf Children by Paul Dowswell. I wasn't sure if I would really get to this one. Clearly I didn't, and I'd like to get to this one this month. It is a short historical fiction. This follows a group of children in post-World War II Germany, so 1945, right in Berlin, and it kind of follows them as they try and survive in these war-torn streets and handle slash deal with a Nazi who is following and stalking them. So I think this sounds really interesting. I know that Dowswell is very good at writing historical fiction, but I've never read any of his books before, so this could be an interesting one, but I think it'll be a nice quick read and I'm really excited to get around to it. At that point in my TBR, I was then planning on getting to the Jumpstart January readathon, which is the readathon that I have created, and this is my TBR. I will quickly whiz through it because if you want to go into more detail, you can check out my previous video. I'll leave a little card at the top for you so you can hear more about why I chose those books and how they fit into the theme of the readathon. The first book is The One by Kira Cass, which is the third book in the selection series. I then have The Reptile Room, which is the second book in the A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket series. Third on the readathon TBR is Seeing Red by Frank Bedore, which is the second book in the Looking Glass Wars series, a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. I then have A Million Worlds with You by Claudia Gray, which is the third and final book in the Firebird trilogy. The fifth book on this TBR is Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, the second book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. And finally I have Holt's Peril by John Flanagan, which is the ninth book in the Rangers of Printer series. Going into post-readathon TBR, we now have Karen Memory by Elizabeth Bear. This is the January to February book club pick of the month for the Squabbling Dragons. Now this one is a steampunk Americanized retelling of Jack the Ripper set in Seattle, and like, that sounds amazing. I'm really excited for this, and I think this is a really good book to pick for the book club. So if you don't have a copy of this, or you don't know about the group itself, the book club, I'll leave links down below so you can go check us out. Come join us in, come get a copy from the library, from the book depository, wherever you want to go. I have affiliate links down below if you want to use those to purchase a copy, and come and read this with us. We have so much fun going through these books together. Getting close towards the end of my TBR, I then have a few arcs I'm going to try and get to. The first one being Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This is obviously a very popular book, and I should have read it before now, but I've just been struggling, okay? But this one, is it the tagline something along the lines of Indiana Jones and Lara Croft in space? I honestly, I don't need a blurb. It's Megan Spooner and Amy Kaufman. That's all we need to know. And then if I manage to hit this ambitious TBR and actually read all these books, which is absolutely not going to happen, but you never know, I will then be picking up The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord, which has another arc that's been on my TBR for a couple of months now, so I would like to get around to this one. But I'm not quite done yet. That is my official TBR. However, I have bought a lot of graphic novels recently, and I've been really enjoying reading them. So this month I've already finished reading The Wicked and the Divine. I do have a physical copy, but my boyfriend has it at the moment, so I can't show you it. But this was really good and I really enjoyed it, and I'm so in the mood for some graphic novels. I literally went to a bookstore and just went, right, I'm gonna buy some, and I've also ordered some more on the book depository, so that's gonna be a fun haul to do. But in addition to that, that also means I have another couple to show you right now. The first one being Descender by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. I am so excited about this one. My boyfriend has already read this one and said that it's very good. It has such a good plot twist. It has such a good premise to it. That means that the second or the third graphic novel that I purchased was Volume 1 of Lo, The Delirium of Hope. I picked this one up mostly because I really love the cover. Now, I'm not someone who's a big fan of the ocean, and I think a lot of this is set underwater. It is set in the distant future where basically situations on Earth mean that people have been forced to go underwater and live in underwater colonies whilst they're trying to explore space and find other habitable planets. So I think that this one sounds really interesting, and again, this has some really lovely artwork that is more typical of Image rather than what I've seen in Descender, but I am hoping that this will be a really good read as well. Alright, so that's the end of my TBR there. I think it's safe to say that I probably won't get around to all of these, but nonetheless I'm really excited about all these books, and I'm really excited about the graphic novels. I'm so thrilled to be back into them and excited to read them, so we will see how we go with that one. But that is all I have for you today, so let me know in the comments down below what you're trying to get around to and what you're planning on reading in January. And other than that, I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!